In this video, I'm giving you an overview of the Batman 3 Jokers Barnes & Noble exclusive edition hardcover. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? BJ Kicks here. Welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time, welcome. Now, on this channel, I buy comics, I read them, I review them, I unbox them, all for your viewing pleasure. And we do it pretty much all the time. And today, we're talking about 3 Jokers. Now, this video is going to serve as both an overview of this hardcover, as well as a review of the story. I am going to keep it spoiler-free, but I wanted to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or 3. So, yeah, let's talk about 3 Jokers. So, 3 Jokers is a story by Geoff Johns and Jason Fabok. And it was first hinted at way back in Justice League, issue number 50. During the Darkseid War, Batman sits on the Mobius chair, and he's like, "What's the name of the Joker?" And Mobius chair is like, "There are 3 Jokers." Or at least that's what they sound like in my head. And so, you know, and that starts the seeds, that plants the seeds for where this story is supposed to take place. Now, there are 4 years of silence, if we want to put it in biblical terms, and a bunch of things happen. Editorial gets switched up. Rebirth is no longer a thing. Dan DiDio is no longer at DC Comics, and this book is still on the boards. Let me move this, because I feel like this is moving the camera. All right. So, yeah, things have been shaken up around DC, but 4 years later, we get this book. It's a 3-book set, prestige format, black label book. So it may or may not be in continuity. They are saying that the Mobius chair is no longer the origin of this story. It doesn't have anything to do with this anymore, even though that's where the seeds were first planted. But yeah, so me being new to comics, this book was my first major Batman event. I mean, the way this book was built up. I mean, even in my unboxing video, the Epic November haul, if you haven't seen it, when I opened up the book, I said, hey, this is the most epic Batman story in ages. And I don't necessarily mean based on the content of the story, but the implications that the story was supposed to have, the way it was hyped up by its creators, the way the fandom was excited. I had not seen anything surrounding Batman like that, not even the death of Alfred. So I was very excited to get in on the 3 Jokers crowd and train. So much so, in fact, that I bought all the covers. So I got all the A covers, all the premium format covers, and even all the ratio covers, right? So not limited to these 1 in 100 variants. Well, this one, which one? Yeah, this little laughing fish, I think, was a 1 in 25 of the second printing. I even bought the second printing. If we want to put this in a more outrageous way, I bought this book 22 times. 23. And I bought the hardcover. That is how much I was all in on the 3 Jokers event. And with that said, the story, we'll talk about the story. So let's go ahead and get into this Barnes & Noble exclusive hardcover. Now, this hardcover I bought specifically because it comes with 3 lithographs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and flip through the book, let you guys see it a little bit. I'm going to turn these lights on. I just kind of want it to go with the green Joker effect a little bit. And so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go through the overview. We're going to open this up and we're going to talk about the story, and I'll tell you whether or not I recommend it. All right, guys. So we're going to crack open this hardcover. I know there's a glare. Once we get out of this plastic, it'll should be a little bit better. Let's see. So yeah, I got this Barnes & Noble exclusive edition specifically because of the extras that are in it. Amazon didn't get these. The direct market didn't get these, which I think is kind of whack. Like, I feel like if there's going to be an exclusive version of a cover, you should make it, you know, exclusive to comic shops. because, you know, people go to a comic shop and they see other comics and they're more likely to buy those other comics. But hey, I'm not a comic shop owner, so maybe that's not me that needs to really voice that complaint to DC, right? So yeah, here we go. We are inside the hardcover. Now, this hardcover does have an exclusive cover. The other cover does still have these 3 little planes, but they're not diagonal like this. They're like just 3 squares, rectangles, whatever. So yeah, that's that part. And let's go ahead and slip off. Well, I'll let you guys see the back cover there. All right, so here's a look at the back cover. And it says, who are the 3 Jokers? Batman doesn't understand how or why, but the fact is certain. The man he's spent a lifetime chasing isn't one man at all. There are 3 Jokers. Now that he knows the unbelievable truth, Bruce needs real answers. Joined by Barbara Gordon and Jason Todd, 2 former victims of the Joker's brutality, the Dark Knight is finally on a path to defeat the Madman once and for all. Every last one of him. And so, here we go. Yeah, and it says it right here. The special Barnes & Noble edition also includes 3 exclusive lithographs by Jason Fabok. So, let's do this. Let's get straight to the extras. You know, the reason we would have to buy this from Barnes & Noble and not from anywhere else. So, well, that's whack. This third one is like stuck to the page. There we go. So here we go. We've got the cover for issue 1, issue 2, and issue 3. So let's talk about the story a little bit before I start to flip through the artwork. So the 3 Jokers, like it said on the beginning, like, you know, Batman basically is investigating a crime. Well, 3 crimes are committed, and they're all committed by the Joker, but they're all committed at the same time. So it's like the Joker wants Batman to know that there are 3 of him. And we've got these 3 distinct personalities. We've got the clown, the criminal, and the comedian. And sometimes you can tell who's who, sometimes you can't. And Batman's got to get down to the bottom of this. Like, who are these 3 Jokers? Are there really 3 of them? How is it possible? How does it work? And the story. All right, so I'm gonna get into my thoughts on the story. Actually, I'll go ahead and get through to my thoughts on the story while we flip through some of the artwork. So, obviously, you know, as a big Batman fan, the way this was billed was like, okay, this is gonna have amazing implications for the Joker and for the Batman. And this was clearly meant to be a successor in many ways to The Killing Joke. If they could have called it The Killing Joke 2, they probably would have. But Alan Moore would roll over in his bed where he peacefully lies. So here's a look at the hardcover. This is that kind of 5th color like the 1 in 25 variants were that I didn't show off to you guys. So yeah, now this story, like I said, we've got Batman as a main character. Obviously, we've got Jason Todd, and we've got Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. Of course, Jason Todd was killed by the Joker in a previous storyline. Well, he was beaten and left for dead. He kind of got exploded. But the Joker planted the bomb. So yeah, the Joker killed him. And then Barbara Gordon, of course, in The Killing Joke, is assaulted and shot, paralyzed from the waist down by the Joker, and becomes the Oracle and has a very long storied history before she, you know, comes back to being Batgirl and regains the use of her legs through the wonder of comics. So this story, without spoiling it, I'll say that it's not so much a story of the Joker. It's a lot more a story of overcoming the trauma that the Joker has caused. And with that, let's flip through the book a little bit. I'm going to keep this light, and I'm going to skip pages because I don't want to spoil anything. So there we go. We've got some credits. Shout out to everyone who helped make this book possible. I love the artwork. So the artwork by Jason Fabok is amazing. Like, I've been in the comics like a year and a half. I've been picking up all sorts of old stories. This is some of the best artwork I've seen, period, bar none. So if nothing else, this story is great to look at. And as you can see, if you've ever read The Killing Joke, this is clearly an homage to it. Like even this little flashback sequence where the only color that's coming out is red, right? That is straight out of the deluxe edition of The Killing Joke. So yeah, there are a lot of nods to that story by Alan Moore and Brian Boland. See, we've even got a flashback to The Killing Joke. I mean, it's referenced a lot. So now let's start to skip some pages because I don't want to ruin anything. Skip to issue. Wait, that's issue. Is that issue 3? Yeah. So I'll flip through the artwork, but I don't want to ruin the story for you guys. So yeah, we've got amazing art. And like I said, so Batman, Barbara, and Jason are trying to figure out who these Jokers are. And they find out, and I won't flip through the end. They find out who the Jokers are, and along the way, there's a lot of moments. There are a lot of great character moments. There are great character moments with Batman, great character moments with the Joker, great character moments with Barbara and Jason. I take that back. I feel like there aren't as many great character moments with the Joker as much as there are. You know what? I want to flip back to. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts, but let me talk on camera to do that. All right, guys. So for my final thoughts, I had to just kind of take the camera off the book because I didn't want to keep flipping through and spoiling things for you. Here's what I'll say about this story without spoiling it, without giving away too many details. This book, I feel, was billed as like, you know, the next great moment in the relationship between Batman and the Joker. I thought I was going to come into this book with one understanding of the Joker and come out with another. And instead, I feel like this book ended with giving us some of the same tropes that we've already seen with the Joker. And without ruining the story for you guys, one thing that we know from previous Joker stories is that the Joker wants to be everything to the Batman. He wants to be, you know, that iconic foil, right? We know from several years of history that the Joker will never kill Batman. We got that great moment in The Dark Knight, the movie, right? Where he's like, no, like, you complete me. And we see that time and time again in the comics. This adds another dimension to that conversation, but I wish there was a little bit more. So those were my overall thoughts on Three Jokers. Now, should you buy this? I think you should. Because like I said, this 3-month window when this book was coming out was really fun. I really enjoyed picking this book up every month. I enjoyed collecting all the variants except that one friggin' $400 ratio variant that I've missed out on. But this book is good. The book is good. It's just not what it was billed to be. And so if you're a longtime comics fan, if you're a longtime Batman fan, if you're one of those people that read Justice League 50 and got really, really excited and thought you were getting one thing, you may be disappointed to find out that you're not quite getting what was pitched to you. And that's probably the best way for me to talk about this story. That's probably the best way for me to sum this up. Now, if you're new to comics, if you've not read Batman before, well, there's probably some things that you're going to want to read before you read this, but I think you could read it fairly cold. I mean, they do reference all the events. All you need to know really is that Jason Todd was once Robin and the Joker killed him. You need to know that Barbara Gordon was shot by the Joker and that she's Commissioner Gordon's daughter. Obviously, because her name's Gordon. But anyway, she's also Batgirl. And you need to know that Batman exists, right? So those are the things you need to know. you're going to appreciate this more if you've read a lot of Batman stories, specifically Batman and Joker stories. There are a lot of things that are kind of pulled out of the vault for this story. And I won't spoil them because I want you to enjoy reading the actual book. So honestly, I bought the Barnes & Noble edition specifically for these lithographs because I plan to put them up, display them as artwork. I really like this artwork. I mean, honestly, like I said, I bought this book 21 times because I really loved these covers. And so I had to get, let me do this. Let's focus in a little bit. There we go. I had to get the lithographs just to complete this set of art. It's been so amazing so far. There was no way I was going to go without. If there was something Three Jokers out there, it was going to be mine. But yeah, so all in all, I think the event was pretty well done. The mini-series, I mean, each book came with one of these commemorative cards so that you could, I don't know, say that you got them all. So I was really excited to have them. I liked the series. Because I'm newer to comics, I think I enjoyed it more than some of the more hardcore fans would have. But I'm a hardcore Batman fan, and I was definitely a little bit disappointed by the ending because I thought we were getting something that we didn't get. I'm talking in circles at this point. Go buy this. You can buy it from your local comic shop. You won't get these lithographs. You can buy it from Amazon. You won't get these lithographs. But you can buy it at Barnes & Noble or barnesandnoble.com like I did, and you'll get it. It took a little while to come in the mail. I was surprised at how long it took to get here. I would have had this review out weeks ago when the book first came out. So that's one con, but I mean, you get these beautiful prints. I'm going to frame these up and put them in my house. I don't know why, where I'm going to put the Joker where he doesn't scare my children. But yeah, I'm getting these framed, and I'm glad that I got this book. Overall, Geoff Johns, Jason Fabok, great job. I just wish he hadn't hyped it up so much because expectations are the I don't know. I was going somewhere with that. I was going to end it with a profound quote about expectations and joy and contentment. I got nothing. So anyway, I hope you liked this review. Let me know in the comments, without spoiling, did you like Three Jokers? Was it everything you thought it was going to be? Were you disappointed with the ending like I was? Did it raise more questions than answers? There is a moment here at the very end that I can't spoil, but made zero sense to me and kind of was like negated the whole book. In the comments, let's talk about Three Jokers. Don't spoil anything, but tell me what you thought about the book. And hopefully you liked it. If not, it's cool. You can buy what you like. Make sure you read what you buy and be nice to others because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.